All right, so I made it to Moab, Utah. Let's go have a little fun. Greetings, salutations. Thanks for joining me for another video, and welcome to Moab, Utah. So how did we end up in Moab? Well, if you saw a couple of my last posts, I was planning to head to the Rocky Mountains, but then there was a huge spring snowstorm, so that kind of halted that plan. And then also, I'm not sure if you saw this, but I ended up getting sick. So I ended up wanting to go somewhere warm that I could hang out for about 7 to 10 days and just kind of relax, recover. And then once I did, I could go out and explore and have a little fun. So that's what we're going to be doing here in Moab today. If you saw my last video from Moab last season, you'll know that I ended up trying to go to Arches National Park and it was completely full. Although I believe that was a holiday weekend, but this time it's during the middle of the week. It's a Wednesday. It's not a holiday weekend, obviously. And we're going to try to go again, maybe around 8:30. Hopefully we can get in. Last time they were just turning cars away. I'm not planning to do a lot of hiking. I'm still kind of recovering. I'm healthy as far as that's concerned and I can go out in public. I just don't feel up to hiking in the middle of the desert right now. But I will do some small little hikes and try to get some great pictures and video of Arches National Park. All right, first things first though, I do need to go get a charge. It's about a 10-minute drive to the supercharger here in Moab, which is 120 kilowatts. So it's not the fastest, but not the slowest either. So we're gonna head over there, probably charge for about 15 minutes, and then head over to Arches National Park. All right, headed to the Tesla supercharger here in Moab. 9 minutes away. All right, we're here in Moab at the supercharger. We currently have 47%. We're gonna charge up to about 80% and then go hit Arches National Park. All right, we're getting going on charging now. You can see we only have 4 120 kilowatt superchargers here. Ended up being $12.32. All right, let's head off to Arches National Park. All right, so we'll be going down Main Street here, right through the heart of Moab. It's a cool little town. It's a little bit of a, vacation type town. Lots of bars and restaurants right here along Main Street. Tons of little places to get ice cream and, grab a beer, grab dinner, things like that. There's a couple pizza joints as well. And I think I've seen at least 2 or 3 barbecue joints. So yeah, lots of options here in this area. And a lot of these off-road vehicles as well, which can be rented from numerous places here. All right, about a half a mile up on the right, we'll have the entrance for Arches National Park. Now let's see if we can get in this year.
In 1,000 feet, turn right onto Arches National Park Road.
Looks like we have another Model Y right ahead of us.
Now turn right onto Arches National Park Road.
Yeah, it was a long walk last year. Last year when I came here, it was backed all the way up to like here, and then there was a sign that said they're not taking anybody else, to try back in a few hours. I did, and there was no way to get in then either. So, well, we'll see what happens this year. Yep, got a Model Y from Oregon in front of us. All right, so yeah, as soon as we get up here, I have an America the Beautiful pass, which is $80 annually. Otherwise, it would cost me, I believe, $35 to go through. So again, even if you go just twice, highly worth it to just get the America the Beautiful pass. You can take it obviously with a different car too, so it's just specific to the person. So usually you just have to show your ID and the America the Beautiful pass, and that's it. At a lot of national parks, they'll have multiple lanes, and one of them will be for people with the pass already. I don't see that here. There's just really 2 lanes, and that's it. You just gotta wait. But excited to see this. I mean, this was going to be like a highlight on my trip last year, and to not get in was quite the bummer. Have your timed entry ticket ready to scan. Well, that I don't have. So there's a thing here that says, have your timed entry ticket ready to scan. Have your photo ID and park pass or payment ready. I don't know, have your timed entry ticket. I'm going to have to look that up. I did not do that. So it looks like I'm going to have to come back again. Every park is so different. You really do need to look online to find out if there's any restrictions or things you have to do ahead of time. Hello. I just saw the thing that there's a timed entry pass you have to get.
Yeah, so here's some info on how you can get a ticket.
Okay.
If you get one confirmed for today, just come back at that time. Otherwise, after 5 p.m., you don't need one.
Okay, thanks.
Have a good day.
You too. Well, yeah, this place is, luckily there's not a big line or anything like that, so I'm going to try to go confirm a spot real quick and then see what time I can get that for. All right, so I pulled over right at the entrance when I came back out, and of course there's no signal, so I couldn't go online to look. So I had to drive about 5 minutes down the road back toward town, pulled over in a little parking lot and looked it up. All right, this is what you need to do. If you're going to Arches National Park and you want to get in, or possibly other national parks, at least check ahead on their website, and you'll want to download the recreation.gov app on your either iPhone or Android. And what you're going to do is, at Arches, for instance, you have to have a timed vehicle ticket, basically. So you have a 1-hour window to arrive. And I didn't know that. So when I got there, I only had to wait about 5 or 10 minutes to get in, but didn't have that. So even if you have the annual pass, you still have to have the timed entry. I guess they're just trying to spread out because there's so many people. They're just trying to spread it out throughout the day. And most people probably got their reservations, I think about 2 or 3 months ago, they opened it up so you can just make your reservations throughout the year. But they also open up a certain amount every single day. So when I went to the app, I typed in Arches National Park. It says timed entry per vehicle. If you walk or ride a bike in, there is no timed entry, so you can just go right in if you did that. Again, walking isn't recommended. Biking would be a really solid choice. So what I would recommend, if you have a vehicle, I would go on recreation.gov, make sure that you choose what day you want to do it. So it showed that there was, I think, at least 35 available for between 1 and 2 p.m. today. So I went ahead and chose that. There's no charge necessarily, although they do charge a processing fee of $2. So I just used Apple Pay and just booked it right through there. Took about, I don't know, 60 seconds to do the whole thing. And now I'm set to arrive between 1 and 2 p.m. today for Arches National Park. If you also want to try after 5 p.m., there is no reservation needed. You can just go after 5 and just try to get in, first come, first served basis. So now I have a little over 4 hours to kill, and I think I'm going to head back to campsite and just kind of set things up and probably do a little bit of editing and do that for about 3.5 hours until it's time to go. Yeah, here's the little ticket for the timed entry that they give you now, if you didn't know about it. There was no sign or anything until you get right up next to the front. And I saw, have your annual pass, your driver's license that's attached to the annual pass, your timed entry code. And I was like, timed entry code? What's that? So luckily, again, it wasn't too busy. And I was able to get a spot for 1 p.m. today. So. so attempt number 2 today, heading back to Arches National Park, and I do now have the app that has the QR code that I need for my reservation. That costs $2.
In 1 mile, turn right onto Arches National Park Road. Now turn right onto Arches National Park Road.
Yep, reservations required on the sign. 6 a.m. to 5 p.m. it says. Yep, says have your ID and park pass or payment ready and have your timed entry ticket ready to scan. This will be my 4th attempt trying to come to Arches National Park in the last year and a week, roughly. All right, let's try this. Hello.
Yeah. Hi there, how are we doing today?
Good, yourself?
I'm doing well, thank you. Excellent. There's a purple dot on your map there. You're going to show that to the ranger at the stop sign up ahead.
Okay, thanks so much. Appreciate
You're
it.
welcome. Have a good day.
You too. Hello. Yeah, thank you. What's the old saying? The fourth
In
time
500
is
feet, turn
the fourth
right.
time's a charm. Arches National Park, located about 5 miles north of Moab, Utah, along the Colorado River, is approximately 120 miles of some of the most unique looking rock formations you'll ever see. It boasts over 2,000 natural sandstone arches. It's a great family park where you can drive to many trails, get out, and easily walk while enjoying the breathtaking views. The park itself has no food or lodging, but numerous campgrounds, which are open year-round, are located within a 20-minute drive. One tip if you plan to camp along the river like I did last year is to plan ahead and cache your Tesla and phone map while still in town, as there's no cell service along the river. Another option is, of course, to stay at a hotel in Moab, but expect prices to be quite high. Okay, the Park Avenue Trail. I am going to get out here and just take a quick peek over the hill there. All right, Park Avenue Trail, about 1 mile. Look at that. Look at that rock. It's literally just like somebody set it there. All right, so we finally made it into Arches National Park. Guess the 4th time's a charm, right? So far, just stopped at the first scenic area. Super cool. Can't wait to see some of the incredible rock formations and arches, and yeah, really looking forward to it. So no set plan. I looked at the map. It kind of just has a bunch of places along the way. So just gonna kind of keep an eye out for anything that looks really interesting and stop and take a look, and I'll show you guys. LaSalle Mountains Viewpoint. We'll exit for that. It's just so wild how these things were formed. I mean, just millions of years of just wind and sand and everything hitting them, and crazy. All right, taking off for the next spot. That's Courthouse Towers viewpoint that we just took a look at. That's going to be balanced rock. Again, how does this happen? It's like God took a pebble and just set it right on top. All right, so that was Devil's Garden Trailhead, and that pretty much wraps up this tour of Arches National Park. It was super cool, lots of great, interesting rock formations. Super glad that I got in here on my 4th attempt. Just, spectacular national park to come visit. Truly different than a lot of the other ones. It's definitely a must-see. So I really hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next travel, quick tip, or review video. Thanks for watching.